So grateful to all of you for being here this morning as we honor our veterans on this special day. This group of great-looking young men are here to begin today's ceremony by singing the national anthem. And though I'm very close to them right now with the podium, I'm going to step that way because you do not want to hear me sing the national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, gentlemen. Now I would like to invite Connor Looney to the podium to honor our veteran alumni and current active duty.
Good morning. My name is Connor Looney, and I'm a senior here at MBA. On behalf of MBA's Army-Navy Club, I'd like to thank all of you for attending this year's Veterans Day breakfast. In honoring the veterans this year, MBA is fortunate enough to have partnered with Operation Stand Down, which is a nonprofit organization that helps engage, empower, and equip veterans who are struggling to get by. They provide a wide range of services, from delivering food bags to helping veterans find jobs and housing. Each year, MBA partners with Operation Stand Down in December to take veterans holiday shopping. In order to raise money for this event, we conducted a rowing ergathon this week and are hosting a t-shirt and hat sale fundraiser in the dining hall lobby, and would encourage you to support the program by making a purchase this morning. The money we raise goes a long way to the veterans. Many use it to buy groceries or winter clothes, and some even to buy their children's Christmas gifts. So hopefully we can raise enough money over the holidays for those who dedicated their lives to protecting us in the greatest country in the world. Today, we honor those living and past who selflessly fought for the United States of America. Whenever freedom was under attack, you answered the call to defend the country and its people. You gave up the lives you were living, and some gave up the lives that they would never get to live, all to preserve the freedom which we reside under today. And for that, we are forever grateful to you and forever in debt to you for the services that you gave to this country. As we honor those veterans here with us today, please hold your applause until the end. Could all veterans here with us today please stand? If you have a son or daughter on active duty or in reserve, please stand. If you have a parent who is on active duty or in reserve, please stand. Finally, if you yourself are on active duty, please stand. Please join me in thanking them. Thank you and your families for your service. On behalf of the MBA students, I also want to thank you for the precedent you have set over my generation. We have some big shoes to fill. Let us also not forget the men and women who have passed away defending our nation. We owe it to them and to their families to keep their memory alive by honoring them for their ultimate sacrifice. Please join me in a moment of remembrance while we honor them.
Good morning, y'all. My name is Bennett Timwell. I'm currently a junior here at Montgomery Bell Academy. And today I have the honor and privilege of welcoming today's speaker, my dad, Major Fletcher Tidwell. Major Tidwell graduated from here in 1995 and then the University of Tennessee in 1999. He entered the Marine Corps through Officer Candidate School in January of 2000. And upon graduation from basic school, in October of 2000, Second Lieutenant Tidwell reported to Naval Air Station Pensacola, where he underwent flight school and was winged a naval aviator in May of 2001. In January of 2002, he deployed with the Vipers of HMLA 169 to participate in Operation Iraqi Freedom. He deployed 3 times with the Vipers to Iraq and flew combat missions from 3 different air bases in Iraq. In December of 2006, Major Tidwell was reassigned to Marine Aircraft Group 42, based out of Atlanta, Georgia. In May of 2010, Major Tidwell graduated from Kennesaw State University with a master's in business administration, and he attended the Tactical Air Control Party course at Naval Amphibious Base, Coronado, California. In July of 2013, Major Tidwell was assigned to Helicopter Training Squadron 28, based out of Whiting Field in Milton, Florida. There he served as a flight instructor and served as a senior Marine until his retirement in August of 2015. Throughout Major Tidwell's career, he was awarded the Air Medal with Combat Distinguishing Device and Strike Numeral 18, the Navy and Marine Corps Combination Medal with the Combat Distinguishing Device, and the Navy and Marine Corps Achievement Medal. My dad has been a loyal and devoted husband to his wife, my mom, Jill, for 18 years, and a strong and supportive father to me and my brother, Beto Tidwell. Today, it is an honor to be able to welcome my dad to come speak to y'all. So please join me in welcoming Major Fletcher Tidwell.
CH-1 Super Cobra is the United States Marine Corps' dedicated attack helicopter. It was first developed by the U.S. Army for use in the Vietnam War. It was built to provide close air support and armed rotor wing escort. It is operated by two pilots, a pilot flying seated in the rear seat and the gunner co-pilot occupying the forward position. Both seats are protected by Kevlar armor plating, and both are provided with flight controls, enabling control of the aircraft to be swapped between pilots quickly in the case either pilot is incapacitated. It is armed with a nose-mounted 20mm Gatling gun, and on the stub wings it carries rocket pods of 2.75-inch rockets and can be mounted with up to 8 laser-guided Hellfire missiles. My military occupational specialty, my MOS, or primary military job, was 7565, Cobra pilot. It was a sweet aircraft to fly, and I was proud to fly it into combat on multiple deployments. But this morning, I want to take a moment to remember and honor another Cobra pilot, an NBA alum, Captain Travis Brannon. Captain Brannon, NBA class of 2007, was tragically killed in a Cobra training mishap in March of 2019 in Yuma, Arizona. A memorial of Captain Brannon hangs in the Burkhalter Wellness Center next to legendary NBA alum and Army Air Corps pilot and pioneer General Frank Andrews, who graduated from NBA in 1901 and who was also tragically killed in an aircraft mishap. This morning, I feel like I'm amongst heroes, and I want to thank everyone who's raised their right hand and sworn an oath to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Thank you very much for your service. And to all my Marine brethren that are gathered here today on 10 November, I want to wish you a happy birthday. I want to thank Dr. Daughtry for the opportunity to share some thoughts this morning with you. I hope that he would not have reconsidered the invite if he had known that I have a deep fear of public speaking and that my squadron commander gave me the call sign of Cletus, surprisingly not because of my eloquence and my superior flight briefing skills, but because of my deep northern accent that I couldn't seem to shake even while stationed in Japan. The Japanese self-defense soldiers had puzzled faces when I'd pull through the front gate of Kadena Air Base, greet them with a ID and a konnichiwa y'all. This morning, instead of to the veterans that are gathered in this room, I want to direct my remarks to the MBA students who are gathered with us. As a graduate of the class of '95, I was blessed to be exposed to the excellence that happens every day here on the Hill. And I only wish that I had been a better sponge to absorb all the knowledge and wisdom that seems to permeate the atmosphere here. Gents, I would like to share a few thoughts this morning from my military service that I think could have benefited me when I was in your shoes just a few years ago. I hope that the veterans in the room today might relate and concur with me on a few of these lessons learned. So lesson 1, have a mission statement. In a Marine Light Attack Helicopter Squadron, we always had a mission statement defining the objective and the purpose of our flight. Usually involved us flying into enemy territory, prosecuting targets on an objective area, and then flying home to our base. We would work from big to small, and we plan for contingencies in the objective area and contingencies when en route and egressing the targets. If something could go wrong, like loss of radios, inclement weather, or a heavily defended target, we would have a plan for it. It was in-depth risk planning that would make an insurance adjuster proud. Gentlemen, I think it would be incredibly wise for you to have a mission statement and to have a plan on where you want to go and what you want to accomplish. Remember, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Many of you are about to graduate and leave your home and parents. You're going to choose where you're going to go to school, what you're going to study, and what you're going to do as an occupation. Those are big picture mission milestones for you to think about. They're foundational landmarks in your life that you can and should start aiming for now. So here's some ideas to help get you started. In Genesis chapter 2, it says, "Therefore a man shall leave his father and mother and hold fast to his wife." In Genesis chapter 9, God blessed Noah and his sons and told them to be fruitful and multiply. The order of those matter, and keeping those steps in order will help reduce your contingency planning. But I am confident that if you ask a veteran in the room today, they will tell you how proud they were that they made the decision to serve our great nation. But the most important decision they made in life is who they married, and the greatest joys in life came when their children were born. While I have worn many ranks and titles, husband and father are absolutely the best ones I've ever had. And despite what some of my friends in this room might think this morning, the United States Marine Corps did not issue me my beautiful bride. Lesson 2, find a place to passionately serve. Be it in the military or in an organization within your community that shares your values, find a place where you can serve with a higher purpose. Be a part of something bigger than yourself. With the training and education you're receiving here at MBA, you'll naturally rise through the ranks of the organization you're involved with. Rising through the ranks isn't easy, but the grit, determination, and work ethic that is being instilled in you here, you'll find yourself rising through the ranks quickly and in leadership roles before you know it. So as future leaders, here are a few pointers that I have for you. Be a servant leader. In the military, we learned that the officers let their men eat first. This is a simple way to show a leader, or show your people as a leader, that you care about them. You build trust and loyalty amongst the ranks when the people under your charge know that you will take care of them. It's a reciprocal relationship. You take care of your people, and they will go the extra mile for you. Exemplo ducto. All the Latin scholars in this room should know what that means. Exemplo ducto is painted on the wall of Bobo Hall, the Chow Hall in Quantico, Virginia at the Officer Candidate School. For those like me who are a little rusty on their Latin, exemplo ducto means lead by example. The best kind of leadership is about setting the example, influencing and inspiring those around you by your integrity and your courage. If you want to read an incredible story of servant leadership, please read the Medal of Honor citation of Captain John P. Bobo. Run towards the fire. Wherever there is a challenge or a problem in your organization, get involved. See this problem as an opportunity for you to grow, personally and professionally. Yes, there might be a threat, a danger, or at least a headache involved when taking on a problem, but I promise you that in challenges that you will find personal growth opportunities. These challenges will require your problem-solving skills and critical thinking in order to solve them. It is an opportunity for you to rise to the occasion. You will grow stronger, gain invaluable experience, and be more confident when it comes time for your next test. Don't sit on the sidelines, get into the fight. As President Theodore Roosevelt said, credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena. Lesson 3, be a good wingman. When flying in combat, we would always fly in sections. That is a flight of 2 aircraft. We did this for multiple reasons, but primarily to bring more firepower against the enemy and for the aircraft to provide each other with mutual support. The lead aircraft is the section leader and is responsible for the entire flight, while Dash 2 is the wingman. The section leader is the primary attacker in the flight, and after his attack run, he is blind on the target as he pulls off, and the wingman must be in position to cover the lead to suppress the enemy, and actually has his lead 6 o'clock. The wingman must anticipate the flight movements of his lead to stay safely in position. He must maintain high situational awareness or knowledge of what's going on around the flight at all times, as a lapse in essay on the part of the wingman could lead to immediate disaster. Here on campus, you can be a good wingman by supporting your classmates. You can have your classmates back, and you can maintain situational awareness. Know when a classmate can use your help, be it with his studies, with a positive word of encouragement, or on the football field tonight against Innsworth. You can cover your classmate's 6. Recently, I've witnessed you carrying the book bags of an injured classmate on crutches. You can and do provide each other with mutual support. The ultimate fallback guidance on how to be a good wingman here on the Hill is the golden rule, and treat your classmates the same way that you would like to be treated. Remember, iron sharpens iron, and a rising tide lifts all ships. It's the little actions and things that you can do now that make an impact in your classmates' lives. After I retired from the Marine Corps and moved back to Nashville, I had an NBA classmate invite me and my wife to a Preds game. During the game, he told me that when his family had moved to Nashville his freshman year, he didn't know anyone here. He felt alone and was intimidated about coming to a brand new school. My friend told me that on the first day that I came over to him, introduced myself, and asked him to join me and some buddies for lunch. While I didn't recall doing that, it had certainly made an impact on him that he had remembered 25 years later. Gentlemen, you are blessed with an incredible opportunity to attend Montgomery Bell Academy. You're being equipped to become leaders in a time that our country is desperate for courageous men to step up and lead. Take advantage of every opportunity that you have here at MBA. And as Mr. Sawyer spoke about in a speech earlier this year, you are now a part of the long red line. So embrace the culture here of gentleman, scholar, athlete. Plan now for your future. Make an impact in your community by seeking ways to serve in it, and continue to develop and grow lifelong friendships that you've nurtured here on the Hill. Roll Red and Semper Fidelis.
Those were fantastic remarks. No fear of public speaking came through up here at all. Would you please come back up? I'd like to give you this gift from us to you for joining us this morning. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Will.
For any of the boys who are unable to be here this morning, we'll be sure to share those remarks. They're very important for all to hear and emphasize our efforts at having a collective and sacrificial responsibility towards each other to make each other better. So thank you for that message. I'd like to invite Connor Looney back up to the podium to close this event.
Thank you for coming. This concludes our ceremony.